are back. Invictus Day 3. We have Crusader, Mirai, MISC, and Tumbril today. So just really cool coming into this. And I figured out you can't fly too close to here. I was coming in right about over there, and I got a trespassing. That's what the crime stat 1 is for. Saw ships landed somewhere around here before. Yeah, like right there. There's a few of them. I was seeing if I could do it. We can't. No ginormous ship this time. Last time you could see the pliers from even down there. It is the 3 big Crusader ships with the Inferno and the Ion also right here. With the rework from Master Modes, the Ion and Inferno took a little bit of a hit. They're no longer as maneuverable, so a lot of people are going away from them. Just for that aspect. The Inferno here, at least I believe this one's the Inferno. Yes, it is. That one comes with the ballistic size 7 gun. That big, ginormous gun. It's pretty much a gun with a ship connected to it. So I've always thought of these ones. And then the Ion is a laser cannon. Those are the 2 variants of the Ares series. You can see that they have, I think, size 2 torpedoes. Should be 8 of them. I believe they have a area in the back here where you can open them up. Back under here. Yeah, here's a storage container back here. Weapons locker. A lot of people don't realize it has that back here. You can store a few long rifles right there. Storage container. Not sure how. Not allowing me to click on anything. This one's just click on that door. Is there weapons rack? Okay, it's not allowing me to do the storage container, but you should, in theory, be able to do it. Maybe just because it's on the showroom floor, it's not allowing it. They did a lot of cool details on these ships. On to this one here, I believe is going to be the A2, which is the bombing variant of the Hercules series. What's going to be really funny is if they allowed so that you couldn't jump. Oh, you can jump up. A little bit of a huddle over there of masked people. I have always enjoyed these Hercules series, and my favorite is the M2, which we'll get to that in a little bit. A2, these are size 10 Colossus bombs back here that get dropped out. So that, just from this area here, it'll open up. Oh, I can open this. Oh, I can go in here. I've never done that before. It holds, I believe, 4 of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I know you can see 4. Bombing takes a little bit to get used to. I have not been super successful in my bombing runs yet. I think that's just because I got to learn how to do it a little bit better. Maybe with master modes it's a little easier. I have not tried since. It's just always hard to determine where the bomb will actually hit. It does take those a while to drop, though. Elevator, this also goes outside, for those of you that don't know. You can exit ship or go to top deck. We're in the middle deck. Or lower deck, I think is what it's called on here. They have recently taken away a lot of the interior storage. Like if you hit the I button, we go to this vehicle. This one only has 9,140 in here, which it seems like it's a lot lower. I only know this because whenever a new patch cycle happens, I always start at Orison. I ship everything that I can up to Seraphim Station, and usually I could do that in one go, but now it's taking me 5 or 6. But this is kind of a cool little storage here. You can open these up. Maybe it won't let me because must just be you can't access storage units on these display ships. There's 2 more right here. Not all of this little area is storage units, but there's 6 total, 3 on either side there, for a little extra storage. Armories over here. Got room for suits whenever those become a thing. These suit lockers are going to be pretty cool. You're going to be able to just store your gear in one of these and have it, ready to go. Have loadouts for the whole crew. Each one of these little slices is enough for 1 person. 2 long rifles, and then the 3 that I usually have on me. Whoops. Which is the med gun, tractor, and a pistol. It'll be nice to be able to have actual suit lockers as well. These work very well. I have all of mine loaded out. Sometimes one of these ones gets stuck. I think it's in this 3rd one on the left or the right hand side. Sometimes that one I can't get a gun in there. These are all remote turret seats. Just hop in. I don't think it'll allow me to go into the gun, but we'll try it and see. Power on. Oh, it does. Geraldine's. You can see there's one here. That's a remote turret right there. There's 2 more, one right there, one right there. So all in all, I think it has 5 remote turrets. Alright, yeah, those are the turrets. There is 4 remote turrets here, and I believe 1 or 2 remote turrets up in front. Oh, that shouldn't be here. It should be on the wall over there. I'll check out habitation here quick. This would be more for your clothing and things like that. Yeah, room to sleep 8 individuals in here. We have a kitchen back here, microwave, place to eat, place to keep your silverware and stuff. Those look full. Come back to the main deck. Oh, this one's also broken. That should be, you should be on the wall, not in the middle of the walkway there, button. A lot of components in here. You can see that there's actually, oh, I can carry this one. Let's inspect it. It looks like these are going to be like fuses. My hand is kind of clipping through it on this one. That you're going to have to replace here and there when engineering comes into gameplay. Did I pocket that? I did pocket that. Let's see if we can put it back in the ship. Place it in there. We'll just leave it there. Don't want to be caught stealing anything off the ship. Escape pods. Here is another gunner seat for more remote turrets, and the co-pilot seat has access to remote turrets as well, and then the pilot seat. And here's engineering station, which it doesn't look like it's going to work. Go. Or those fuses, relays. More component openings for when engineering comes into gameplay. Another working on the A2s in particular for engineering in Arena Commander right now. Like they have engineering in there where you have to fix parts that are going down. Fires are happening. There's fire extinguishers throughout the ships. Do not remember where they are though. We might be able to find it in either the C2 or the M2, which will be the next two that we see. Oh, I did not want lower deck, I want exit ship. Gravity lift elevator. The remote turrets that we were looking at before. There, one over there. And the gunner seat does that remote turret right there. Up in the front. Pilot controlled guns come out of the top. They're all tucked away right now. This one is the C2, which is the cargo hauling variant. Has a bigger cargo bay. Everything is pretty similar. Otherwise, they're just variants of each other. Slightly different stuff. This one won't have the gunner seats area. This one's more of the civilian market aspect of it. Instead, this one has a recreational area. Got a TV in here. I was talking to some of my org mates, I think it was last night, and we think it'd be really cool if CIG would come out with like a news station that, like, while quantuming or sitting in somebody's ship, you could turn it on and listen to like news that's happening around the verse, things like that. So like they would have like a news broadcast go on. You can sit back here and listen to while you're in the middle of cargo runs. More buttons in the way? Yeah, more buttons in the way. That's bright. Not quite sure. All this must be the quantuming engine power, or is this the gravity generator? If you know, let me know in the comments what that is. You have access to parts. You had access in the M2 and A2 as well. I just didn't go to them. There are component parts that'll have to be fixed. Here's sleeping quarters. Looks fairly similar. Just has less crew needed, so you have desks. Which would be really cool if these monitors also went to like the trading, so you could look at different commodities, you know, going up and down like a stock market type of a thing. Just little things like that would be just another way to have more immersion into the game, and I think that'd be pretty darn cool. Here are some weapon lockers. You might not ever know that they were there, because I walked past these I don't know how many times before I realized that they were weapon lockers. First probably year of the game, whenever I had a C2, I didn't realize they had, you know, weapon lockers. More skate pods. It still has the monitor here. I don't think you can interact with it. Don't really know why it's there. Because this side is the engineering one. This one is the gunner seat, which is, you know, not here. But also, another thing I just found out, you could store like a pistol or something in there. Just a little like storage container. Another little thing that I didn't realize was there for the longest time. Co-pilot seat controls, no guns. At least I don't believe so. I think the co-pilot seat in this one is just going to control different... oh, nope, does control a remote turret. It is the turret up on top in the back. How many turrets does it control? 2? Maybe? Oh, yep, it does control 2 turrets. I had forgotten about that. So these turrets are what the co-pilot seat would control in all of the variants. As you can tell, I don't spend too much time in co-pilot seats. Suit lockers to go along with the escape pods. More openings for different components. That is a shield generator. There's the stronghold shield. And it appears this one's just the other shield generator. It should have 2 of these size 3s. I believe this is going to be the power plant then. I'm not getting anything popping up, but Should be the 2 power plants on either side there that you'd have to fix. Keep in good working condition. I think they also say it'll just degrade over time with use. Like the higher quality you have between the A, B, and C, the longer it'll last if it's day. But it will still need servicing over time. I've been noticing that it hasn't been opening that up lately. It used to open that up and actually look cleaner. With all of their rework, and I think something kind of just got bugged with it a little bit. I mean, it still works and functions fine, so it's just aesthetic. And this is the M2 variant, which is my personal favorite. Has not quite as much storage as the C2 as we talked about earlier, but it does have more crew room. Oh, there's a ramp access. Let's see if we can pop this ramp down. It will allow us to. I also think that's really cool how it just kind of opens up like that. 2 sides, which with damage, those can stick open or even break off, which I also find rather cool. I have to go up this little ramp here in order to get on. There we go. You can fit a lot of ground vehicles on here. I usually have the Spartan for troop transport. Sometimes I go with an Ursa or a few Ursas because they're smaller and can hold almost as many. There's a few different variants of the Spartan. I think the Centurion is the one I like to use. It has a turret on the back, just to help with any, aerial stuff or ground forces that may be in front of you. And then a lot of the Tumbrils, which we'll go and look at here in a little bit. It fits a lot of those on here. We'll take the ladder this time. Skipping between one hand and 2 hand, I don't know why. Or one bar in between. Alright, this is why I really love the M2. It's dropship. It holds a lot of people when it comes to a ship like this. The Valkyrie holds more people, but it also doesn't hold as many vehicles. That's why I like this one over the Valkyries, because you can have more of the vehicles being used. But it has the armory in here again, suit lockers. Buttons on all of these are broken. Then component type looking stuff, same bright light back there. Habitation, I believe, will be more like the A2 when it comes to just a few more. No, it's like the C2. Forgot about that. A few more beds. Guessing just for the piloting crew, not the ground crew. That's what it's for. Getting stuck on those all the time. For those of you curious, I am using the Tobii eye tracker. That's why you see movement here and there. The head. Escape pods. And this one does have the gunner seat again, which controls, I believe, just, it should control 2 turrets. Nope, just the one. Right under the front belly. You see that's where we came in at. So those are the Crusader Hercules variants. The bomber, dropship, and cargo hauler. How many of you have any of the, cargo ships, or do you have a certain variant that you like the best? Let me know in the comments below. Sometimes these doors take forever. Oh, Wake of Disaster, those are always fun. You got some people, some players here. Tell because those are the ones sprinting around and not standing in a circle. Alright, let's go this way. I always like these kind of things because they remind me of times that I've gone to, like, the space and plane museums and things like that, just in real life. And, just pretty similar how they have, like, certain things built into certain rooms. And we have the C1 and the A1. So as you could probably guess, the C1 is the cargo variant of the Spirit series, and then we have the A1, which is the bombing variant, just like the C2 and A2. They are not coming out with an M1, they're doing an E1, which will be the luxury-ish type of a plane ride, per se, throughout the verse. It'll have more of a, what we would think of as a plane feel to it, where it has seats, and you can transport people back and forth. It looks like it's going to be really, really nice. They don't have that kind of gameplay in yet, but I know that they're going to be trying for it, because if you know where Defense Con is, in Area 18 here, that's usually has like domestic and international or interplanetary flight plans, and you'd see like at an airport type of a thing. Alright, so here are the components of the ship. We have power. Shield is the one up on top there, and then this one is going to be the cooler down below it. And then there is the quantum drive. I've seen these before in ships. These are not replaceable as of yet. I don't know exactly what those ones are. If you do know, please let me know down in the comments below. Get that figured out. Then here are the bombs. Actually, there are 10 bombs, are size 5s. 10 size 5 bombs, half the size of C2s, or A2s. Oh, you got a bathroom on this one, which you will need to shower and use facilities at a certain point in time in the game. Might hurt like reputation if you don't shower enough. Keep yourself clean. And then room for pilot and co-pilot. The bombs are on the pilot. Just a remote turret in the back would be for the co-pilot. I got the 2 beds in here, 2 suit lockers, only one. Only one for the guns here. Is there no only one thing for guns? This might be some overhead storage you'd be able to use. What do we got in here? Life support system that will be in the game at some point. Gravity generator. Avionics. More computer system stuff. So maybe this will be more important when like hacking comes into the game. Maybe you can sneak aboard somebody's ship, hack into it, and have, you know, the bombs explode at a certain time. So that is the A1. We'll head on over to the C1 next. And then we'll check out these ones in the middle here, which they're both Mercury Star Runners. The only real complaint I have on the C1s and the A1, only one way in. Same with the Mercury Star Runners. There's only one way in and out. I feel like there should be at least 2 ways in and out of a ship. Probably just a personal preference. But maybe having a ladder on the side, especially for, you know, this is a decent sized ship. There could be a ladder on the side here. But I am not in video game design. So I'm not an expert on that. That's just a player's opinion. Co-pilot seat. I was talking about the turret in the back before. Well, this one has a tractor beam turret in the back. So it's just above as you're walking out here. This is going to be in the same spot for the A1. So just a lot of lag. It appears to be in a different position, but it would go right there. Yeah, I can slide up and down between top and bottom. Kind of reminds me of like the Scorpius turrets where they can do that. But that's the C1. Nothing special, not too different than the A1. Just a little less, or a little bit more cargo in that area with the tractor beam gun instead of a turret. Like you can kind of see the turret right there. So that can also flip down to the back and get people behind you if somebody's chasing you. Which I feel like with those 2 ships, most of the time you're going to be getting chased by people, whether that them trying to pirate your C1 there or stop your A1 from bombing. And here is the Mercury Star Runner. This one's been in the game for a long time. The C1 and the A1 just came into the game during CitizenCon this year. So they're 2 relatively new ships. Here's where some components are here for the Mercury Star Runner though. There's both sides do open up. Forget if you can do that from this side or not. I don't think so. There's a whole secret tunnel system in here, which I find kind of cool. I've always liked the Star Runner. It's just the one way in and out takes forever. And this one is for data running, if you can't tell by all of these computers in here. these servers that it's going to be holding. Here is where, like, a scanner, get all that information, maybe a hacking seat at some point in time, whenever hacking comes into the game. But yeah, this is a data runner. This goes, it runs, you know, information. Here are 2 turrets. One goes up, one goes down for top and bottom manned turrets. There is some spot for some guns here. Here's habitation. Again, more of these insulation things here. I don't know for sure. More TV screens for people to watch. Beds. Got room for 3. I guess the 4th that would be piloting the ship with 2 gunners and a information scanner person. Always have to have somebody piloting, I guess. Can't have all of you sleeping at the same time. Recreational room, a little bit. There is chess game, which is really cool to see implemented in the game. I personally am a huge fan of chess. If you grab this piece here, come over here. Oh, I dropped it on accident. Place. Are they not going to allow it? Game needs to catch up. I grabbed the wrong piece. Maybe it's this one. There it is. I grabbed the wrong piece. Place. Secret tunnel. Hop on down in here. Oop, there we go. Got a duck. Whole system of tunnels down here. Open this door up. See, this leads back to the component room that we were in earlier. Close that up. Whoa, huge lag spike. And here is that other area that I was talking about, where you can open it up from this side. Can't from the other side. That's a secret area. Hide your drugs, hide your, you know, contraband in here. Habitation. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that from the habitation side, so I'm going to leave that door open. Server. Open this one up too. Then that's where we came in at. Alright, let's head on out of here and see where those are in the ship. The other 2 doors that I just opened up. shit. Elevator back down. You can also climb the ladder, which is what I usually do. Kind of nice that they give you the choice. Oh, okay, here's the habitation one that we saw. Close that one up. Or no, that was the one that's at server. That's what it was. Go now for habitation. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now I'm through. Ah, okay. Right in the corner here. I did not know that was a thing. Let's get that one closed back up. Oh, yeah, it's well hidden. Oh, it allows you to do it from this side. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. We should probably close up this other one, too. Can't give away too many secrets, right? What we gotta do is pick up the chest piece again, close everything back up, put it back. Most common opening, I believe, in chess. Bam. See if somebody wants to continue the game on later. Alright, and we're going up to the bridge now. Open some of this stuff up. Maybe if the game stops lagging a little bit. Lights are not working? Okay, I guess lights don't want to work. The server's struggling right now. Alright, and then we have more gun area here and the pilot and co-pilot seat. Any cool things that this center console does? Open cargo. Oh, you can open up cargo bay from not even in the seat. That's kind of cool. Let us head on out of here. Go to the next area. We have made it to the next area. It looks like this is Mirai. Got the two Furies right there. Starfarer. So Mirai and MISC. Because MISC is the Starfarer. That is the MISC Freelancer. That is the... In fact, there's the M50 Racer. That's all MISC. No, sorry, M50 Racer is Mirai. I believe. Missile Fury. Just a bunch of missiles on this thing. It's got a nice little shield in there. It's kind of cool that maybe we can open it. Yeah, enter pilot seat. Glass didn't open on this one, but should. Now the glass should be closing, and then the blast door you can also shut. Blast shield. And when you're actually in this, you can see through this. I believe there's like cameras on the opposite side, and it shows you what you're looking at on the outside. Just not showing it on this floor model here.
Tumbril land systems were responsible for such dependable and versatile ground vehicles that even the Navy found it beneficial to add them to our fleet, secure landing zones in combat operations.
Alright, server caught up. What are you crouching for? I've been noticing, like, some of these NPCs are, like, afraid at times. And I don't know why. I was touring the Idris with some of my org mates last night after I did the solo run by myself, and some of the UEE Marines that were stationed on there were actually aiming their guns at them. I don't know why. None of them shot anything. Nobody had a crime stat. I don't know. Some of the behaviors in the AI have been a little off, it seems. Alright, this one is the other Fury. This one, it has some missile capabilities, but it's mostly there for the 4 guns. It's essentially a floating turret. You can pilot around. It does not have a quantum drive, so it has to dock on a ship of some kind. Anything that'll hold it, which these things are small, so most ships that have a cargo room can house at least one of them. I think you can fit like 2 of them on like the Corsair. Make the Corsair a carrier. More MISC. Here's the pulses that they just came out with. Some of them, there's the ones with the guns on them, and then there's one without the gun that is the racing variant of it. Then this is the Razor. M50 Razor. Or Razor EX, excuse me. This is a racing ship. Some people use it for combat, but you have to be very skilled to make it actually work well. But if you are very skilled, you can make that thing work amazingly. Low profile, fast, maneuverable. Just not a lot of firepower up front. It has enough, just you have to be very accurate and very good in order to make the best use out of that. Hello, friend. The Reliant Cores. When the ship is flying around without the landing bay, it is actually sideways from where it is right now. So imagine that's the top, and then that wing down there is the bottom, kind of like how Boba Fett's, went around. I don't understand it. I personally hate that idea. I know some people like it. It's to each their own on that, in my opinion. I don't spend any time in these Reliant Cores. There are 2 beds, room for gun rack. I don't know what this spot would be for. Maybe some cargo. Hold a few SU cargo there. Looks like 2, maybe. Facilities. Pilot and co-pilot seat. Simple little ships. There's a few different variants that are out there. I know that there's one that I think it's the only one of its kind so far, but it's like a news chopper type of a variant where you can have like a camera that you look out on. I can see where that might be useful. But unless you like the look of up and down of a ship, I don't think that you'd use this too often. If you like that, though, I could definitely see you enjoying that ship a lot. We'll go with the Freelancer over here next. before we get to probably my favorite MISC ship, the Starfarer, we have the Gemini variant here.
The UEE Navy's small but elite group of vehicle operators, trained for a variety
Which would make
of
sense.
operations.
This is, there's a few different variants of the Freelancer as well. This one appears to be the more militarized variant, which would make sense for Invictus. Same with the Starfarer Gemini, that's the military variant. There is a manned turret in the back here. That's what that opening is. This one does not have as much cargo room as the civilian or other Freelancer variants. Has cargo more up-armored. A little storage room here. Just keep things a little bit different. And this one has a airlock on top for docking. So that'll be with like the Legionnaire that's coming out. You don't dock these normally like this, but when it comes to like the Legionnaire that's coming out, that's more of a I'm gonna come board your ship. Or if somebody is outside and needs to get in, they can pop in through there. And then we have, these aren't opening. Oh, that one is. So facilities, first aid kit. That door's not opening. I'm guessing this is going to be an engineering station of some kind right here. We have 4 beds for the crew. And 4 seats up here. Pilot, co-pilot, and looks like these are just 2 other like crew seats. Not able to turn anything on. Maybe this is for the crew for like moving boxes or something like that. They have a spot to sit while the ship is flying. I know some people who love the Freelancer and they use it every day. I just don't have one, so I guess I might have to get one. Some people, it's their everyday workhorse ship. I play with a decent amount of people, so we are always taking a variety of different ships. But if you have like a small crew, that one is definitely a very, very good one to go with. Good firepower, good maneuverability for like 2, maybe 3 people. If you go with anything more than that, I would go with a larger size, like a Constellation or something like that. But 1 to 2 people, that thing is really good for. This is the Starfarer Gemini we're walking underneath right now. This is the refueling ship. You see those big, large tanks here. Those are all could be filled with fuel of either hydrogen or quantum fuel. I don't know why it took me a second to get that one.
Invictus has been a time
Are we not going to be able to board this? See if it'll pop out this time. No, it is not opening up. There should be a ramp that comes down there. I don't know why it's not. I'll have my buddy pull his out and I can show you the interior of that one. If this one continues to not work. Won't be able to jump in through here. That's just a way, especially if you're in like space, you can EVA in through there. Or Legionnaire, I'm guessing will be able to dock there to infiltrate. Lots of guns on this one. Like I said, this is the militarized variant of it. Up armored. It just has less cargo room. You'll see a lot of like ERTs where there's some of these floating around, and those are the ones that are gonna used to have really good loot on them. Now I think it's the 890s that have the best loot for the ERTs. But that's disappointing. Couldn't get inside there. Maybe if there was multiple entrances to ships, be able to get in them more easily. Alright, here is that Starfarer Gemini. Don't want the fireworks. Just Idris is either moving in or moving out. I don't know which one. It does fit. There's a medevac in here quite nicely. You can also fit a few more on the sides here in this cargo bay. I got a few seats here. Back. We can look at the actual refueling station here quick. So you can either do this from the co-pilot seat, or not the co-pilot seat, but there's a seat up there that you can do something with. Otherwise, you use this computer here when the ship is on, and then these computers will show you how much fuel is left in each tank, and you call it in, and then people can dock that way. It's quite an interesting process. I'm sure at some point in time I'll do a video on it. But if we go this way, this will lead us up to the cockpit here. Some escape pods on the way. So this one actually has a captain's chair. And pilot, co-pilot seat. If you're the captain, you can control like power on, power off, things like that. Obviously there's no steering wheel, so you can't fly it, but you can change out some stuff. This is the monitor I was talking about earlier. This will deal with the fuel in the back, so one person could technically run this, just not very easily or efficiently. It does have a few turrets around it and a living quarters for the crew. I believe this ship is going to be very, very vital when it comes to pyro. A lot more people are going to be starting to run out of fuel than we do have now. Oh. So there's the top turret, which is going to be the main turret of it. There's ways down right there. Here's the crew quarters. Cafeteria, captain's desk, captain's blanket. Gotta love the blanket there. But if we come out this way, leads to more beds. And I'm guessing these are going to be lockers for all the individuals. This is probably, you know, facilities. Yeah. Yeah, there's not too much to this ship. It is a little confusing going around it the first few times because there's so many different levels, but there's not a lot on each level. If you could sneak in here, maybe that's what that's for. Get into here. It's a pretty cool ship. I can see them becoming a lot more valuable when you're starting to move big fleets places. You're starting to do more things in pyro, starting to, you know, really venture out there. I know my org is probably going to have one at all times hanging around. And yeah, you can even put in an Ursa and have respawn in the ship now. That's kind of cool. I forget how many gallons they hold. It is a ton. So you won't need to refuel too often at stations, but it looks like there's 8 total, 4 on each side. Alright, now it is off to the lower level of Invictus launch week here, where I'm guessing we're going to find the Tumbrils, which I thoroughly enjoy using the Tumbrils. They're very nice little ground vehicles. Turds don't shoot at you like they do with grav bikes. I don't know if they've fixed that yet or not. I haven't tested it out. But they view grav bikes as another form of spaceship. So they'll shoot at you. Tumbril Storms. Missile variant and then a cannon variant, which is just the smaller tank, essentially. It's a single tank, single seater tank, excuse me. They're kind of cool. I haven't used them too much. Not too much ground combat in the game yet. Which, please, CIG, more ground stuff. Added in distribution centers, which I might be taking a few tanks to, just for funsies. I think that'd be really cool. Ready to infiltrate us with some tanks. They are super difficult to get close to, though. Let me know how y'all feel about the amount of firepower at distribution centers. It is a little ridiculous, I think. Nova tank. This is the 2-seater. Well, technically 3 with the co-pilot seat. But you have your turret gunner and the driver in the very least. I have done a decent amount in the Nova. We actually took, I think it was 3 Nova tanks and put them on top of an 890 and flew around space like that. This was a few patches ago. I don't know if it's possible these days. And that was a lot of fun. Made the 890 into a destroyer type of a ship. It was pretty funny talking to people in chat about it. Nice little interior in this one. Like I said, pilot, driver, co-driver, co-pilot, however you want to call it, passenger seat, which would be able to control there's a machine gun turret, which you can control from the gunner seat as well, but you can have both of them going at once if you have both seats filled. Whereas the gunner would have to swap back and forth between the main gun and the remote turret. Now we have some of the Cyclones. Tumbril Cyclones. This one here is my favorite variant. Just because it has missiles and a gun. Whereas some of these, like this one, I believe just has missiles. There's that one with just a gun. And then that one which has none of it. There is a racing variant. Maybe it's this one. Just usually in red. Yeah, Cyclone RN. Which is supposed to be the racing variant of them. But I prefer having missiles and guns. Fits 3 people in them. It reminds me kind of like a Warthog in Halo. I mean, they kind of look similar, if you couldn't tell. But having the missiles and the gun can make somewhat of a difference. That is my daughter in the background. She is currently napping. Well, coughing, but napping. I am super excited for this thing. Tumbril Ranger. I'm just Also, sneezing up a storm, got the allergies going. But yeah, Tumbril Ranger. Gonna be a super, super fun bike. Definitely use that one a lot whenever that comes out. There we go. Game caught up again. Oh, slowing down. Ah, there we go. Ah, okay, so it must be showing both variants of it. But CIG, instead of grav bikes, please have this one be the next bike out. I know you're probably working on it. I'm just impatient. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. I know a lot of people are. It's just gonna be so awesome if you got like a pack of those riding around. Maybe let us be able to make some cool motorcycle jackets. And I believe that is it for today for Invictus. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you plan on using any of these vehicles, which one's your favorite. Yeah. Hope to see y'all in the verse.